Hi there, this is Bridget from the Planner Speechy. Welcome. Today I am going to be doing a plan with me for the first week of October, using this really cool kit from BearBunnyPlans called Pirate's Life. So I did get the ultimate size kit for this so that I could use it again, and I got all the extra boxes, so I'm just going to show you everything that I got, even though I'm not going to be using all of this today. So the first thing is, these are the first set of full boxes. You'll notice that some of it, there are scenes from all three pirate movies. So of course you have Jack, you have all the goodies. Then we have some plain flags, some piratey pattern flags, some round boxes. Got another double scene here that's like tiny Jack. And then we have some really fun deco. Got some little things, some patterned little things. This is the extra set of 8 boxes. You can see these are very similar. This one has a crack and this one doesn't. We've got this really cute scene here. I had this made for a different kit and I forgot to use it. So it's close enough that I feel like I could get away with it. And then you've got this scene here with the sand and the extra washi there. I have the headers. And then here are the extra boxes and extra things that I got. So I did get, I think this came with it, I want to say. So this might be the freebie. So we've got a tall Jack there. And then we've got some, I think I moved some of these pieces around, maybe not. Here's some extra character boxes. So you've got Barbossa and Davy Jones and of course Orlando Bloom. And then I got the extra washi box. So the goal of this is, I'm not going to use all of these full boxes today, but the point was to try and use like what I needed and then save the rest so I can use this kit again. I'm going to be pulling in, I have this really cute Plan of Hannah. This was a foil of the month for last year. It kind of has like spider webs on it. It's a little spooky. And then I did get some Shattered Gold Pirate's Life underlays. I just thought these were so cute and I wanted to have something with a little extra sparkle. I'm also going to be pulling in this foil bundle from Scribble Prints Co. I think it's either confetti gold or cracked gold, but it's definitely like a pixie, like bright gold. So these are the underlays. And then here's it's almost like a sequin. It's not sequin gold. It's like a pixie gold. And then got some bows and stuff there. So I was going to use all of that kind of together. And then just a couple of things from Carly Plans. And I had a friend visit me this week. I'm so sorry about my fingers. I put these fake nails on and then I got all this extra glue on my fingers and I cannot get the glue off, but I really wanted to film this plan with me. So if you see like black fingers, it's just because I've been touching all these different stickers and this ink is coming off on my fingers, but I'm not actually this dirty. So think your most piratey thoughts. I'm going to go ahead and speed things up and come back in a voiceover. everybody, welcome to the day by day. So the first thing I'm going to do is put down a patterned red thing. I'm going to use kind of a bigger one because I only have 4 things to mark this day. And you know, why not? So the first thing I'm going to mark is that I started my day with nice coffee. This sticker is from BearBunnyPlans, and then so is the script. The next thing I'm going to mark in green, and let's use this. So we can see the map on the other side is that I did have duty in the morning. And I'm just going to go ahead and mark preschool. All right, the next thing I'm going to mark is that I had to work, and I will use a bigger patterned thing for that. This is like a funky compass map situation. And for this, I'm using the Scribble Prints Co. Play-Doh and Lego, which is very much my life these days, along with the work script from the bundle. If you're new to my channel, I am a speech pathologist and I work with kids in the school system. And then the next thing that I'll mark is that we went home and I watched Downton Abbey. And I believe this was the season finale of Downton Abbey. We've seen all of it, my husband and I. Okay. Moving on to Tuesday. So Tuesday, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things to mark. So we're going to have to get a little smaller now. So on Tuesday, the first thing that I did want to note is that it was payday. Yay! Love a good payday. And for that, I am using my little money doodle along with a script from the foil bundle. The next thing I'm going to mark is that I did make my iced coffee. So I do have these like patterned little things. And then I'm using that BearBunnyPlans script again. And then the next thing that I'll mark is that I took a shower. And I have this very cute little axolotl from BearBunnyPlans and a shower script from BearBunnyPlans. And then the last thing that I'll mark, I'll use a slightly bigger thing for this, is that I went to work. So that little laptop icon is from the foil bundle, as is the script. I just think this chunky gold is so fun. Like the shattered gold, the chunky gold, it's all good. Okay, I did have an IEP meeting this day, so I'm going to use a yeah, we'll do something a little different. We'll do some rounded. We'll do a rounded sticker there. And it was a referral meeting. Okay. The next thing I'll mark is that I did do a speech eval, and I did do it on my tablet. So one thing that's kind of neat is that this year we have these really nice tablets that the district gave us that allow for us to do some testing on the tablet. it's great engagement for the kids. It's also super easy to grade because the system grades it for you. So I didn't use like a switch, but I did use like a tablet for kids, and that's the doodle that I have. So that's a doodle I wish like came with these. So I doubt Andrea is watching this, but if she is, like that, I feel like I would use more than this little game thing. You know. And then the next thing I'll mark is that I did do some reading, and I can use this like little piratey looking thing here, and I did read. I can't remember what I was reading, but I was reading in bed. I don't know when this cleaning time really happened. Oh, you know what? This was supposed to happen earlier in the day, but I'm just going to mark it like this. It was, I forgot about this. We had our cleaning team come and clean the house. So that actually happened earlier in the day, but I'm just going to mark it at the bottom because I don't want to pull anything up. So it's a little out of order, but it's my planner, so I can do what I want. Okay, moving on to Wednesday, Captain Barbosa Day, I guess. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 things again. Okay. But I do kind of have to use a bigger thing for this, but I think what I'm going to do is now I'm up to yellow. I'm going to use this fun yellow square right here. And this might disappear a little bit on the gold, but we're going to try to put that in there. And that is a hello October, because it was the 1st of October. One of my favorite months of the year. The next thing I'll mark is that I did do a Starbucks run this day. Whoops. So I did go to Starbucks in the morning, which is always nice. I love being able to do that. And then the next thing I'll mark was that it was an early release day. So that sticker is from Once More with Love. An early release day means that the students get out half a day early. And that happens so that we, the teachers, can have like our planning time or professional development time, which is what I did this day. So there's my little pumpkin. He's so cute. And I did go to work even though it was an early release day. The next thing I'll mark is that I had a virtual professional development, and this was about AI, which is kind of wild because I definitely, you know, like I appreciate AI, but my husband and I have like very serious things about it that kind of drive us crazy. And basically it's taking people's jobs. That's my biggest problem with it. Well, I have several problems with it. One, it takes copyrighted material and makes it look like an artist did it when in fact they did not. It's sort of taking the stuff away from artists. It's also taking jobs away from people. I know it was created to like increase jobs, but it hasn't done that yet. And we're seeing a lot of that go backwards actually. So I'm not really pleased. The next thing I need to mark is that we went grocery shopping. And I'm just going to use a regular old thing for this. So Fortunately, I think this whole bottom part is going to get covered up. All the underlays are going to disappear. Okay. So that is from the foil bundle. I went grocery shopping. I always go to Publix on Wednesdays. And then I came home and did a little vacuuming. We always try, like whenever the cleaning team comes, I try really hard to keep up with what they've already done until like our guests arrive. So that little vacuum is from the Scribble Prints Co. bundle, and then this vacuum script is from Carly Plans. And then the last thing I'll mark is that we did do sushi Wednesday, and I should be using a patterned thing for this. Actually, let me pull that. I can use this little sort of little piratey patterned thing. And I will do the sushi heart that is from Carly Plans, along with a custom that says Sushi Wednesday. And that is the first half of the week. Okay. Oh, sorry, my phone is being weird. Okay, second half. We are flying through this plan with me, and I love it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm gonna mark 6 things. The first thing I will mark is that I made myself some nice coffee. So where were we? We did green. So now let's do, I will do this. So I made myself a nice coffee. And of course I'm using Carly Plans scripts. So my favorite iced coffee is the stock cold brew that you can get in the grocery store. It's green with a black top. I think it tastes better than Starbucks coffee. I'm actually not a huge fan of Starbucks coffee. If I order Starbucks, it's because it's convenient and because I like their flavored coffees. The next thing I will mark is that I did take a shower. So I have this little loofah from the green sticker bundle, and then I have a shower script from Carly Plans. And then I did go to work this day, so I will use a bigger thing to mark that. I just used a pattern, so let me use, you know what, I have these like round boxes. Is that too big? I'm not sure if that's too big. Actually, that'll be fine. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the green from there and my work script. So I did have to go to work this day. And then after work, which was very exciting, I says I have a sticker appointment. Why does it say that? I'm trying to remember. Oh, now I remember. Okay. So Thursday we were there was a make and take, and so I signed up to do it, and I had to drive to this new location. So the make and takes are, the assistive tech department will do these like very fun little events where you can have visuals made, and they just moved offices to this new place. And so I went to go there and, you know, laminate and bind some things. And so I guess I called that appointment. And I swear to God, the interior of this building was like walking through Severance. It was really, really creepy. The offices were repetitive. It was just really, really disturbing for me on that level. And I was like, what's happening? Okay, so then I drove to the airport and picked up my friend Lynette. Lynette had been planning to come and see me for the very special occasion why I used this kit on this week. And I was so happy to see her. She'd never been to Charlotte before. She'd never been to North Carolina before, so it was really nice to have her there. And we just had a flippin' blast. Oops. I just tore one of my labels. And so excited to see her. And of course, when people come to North Carolina and they've never had barbecue, we get barbecue. So I got Midwest Smokehouse. We just sort of got like a family platter, and she loved everything. It was just so delightful. It was so great to have her there in my house. Like I was so happy to see her. So then on Friday, she had to work, I had to work, and let's see, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know what this was for. Oh, I do remember now. I think. Right? No. Can't remember what that's for. Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry. I'm looking at this stuff. I pulled these stickers so long ago because my life was like more together then, I guess. And so I don't know. All right. So I'm not going to, whatever that is, I'm not doing it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So the first thing that I will mark is that I was up super early because I had to go to school and I wanted to make sure that the kitchen was like all set up for her. So my husband works from home and my friend Lynette was actually going to work this day, but there was some issue with the internet that happened the night before, and we were desperately trying to figure out how to fix it, and it was just such a problem. It was just really unfortunate that it had to happen while my friend was visiting and needed to use the internet. So it ended up coming back. My husband fixed it, but I am just gonna write that in that the internet went out. Such a pain. And then the next thing I'll mark is that I went to work, and I will use a patterned thing for that. My little piratey stitch there. And Fridays at work are usually my easier days because I'm mostly doing like testing. Although after this week, my Fridays got a lot worse. But on this particular day, it was not too bad. I did mark that I did a speech eval. So I need one of my little things for that. And I use this really cute little pencil from the bundle and a custom script from, I believe this is Plannahannah. Okay, so then on Friday, I came home and I took a shower, which is always a good idea, right? Especially when you work with tiny children who have lots of big diseases. When I say diseases, I mean like they are constantly coughing, sneezing, spitting up, whatever. So I got ready for dinner. And then my husband, my friend, and I all went out to this lovely restaurant that we always enjoy going to called Barrel and Fork. it is such a fun place to go. And we had a blast going there. We sat outside in the fire pit and had cocktails, and then we just enjoyed ourselves. And we thought about going somewhere else, so we ended up coming back home and watching Vincenzo on TV. So I will use a bigger pattern thing to mark this. If you have not seen Vincenzo and you like K-pop, K-dramas, like I think you would enjoy it. It's really funny and also dramatic, and there's a little bit of a romance. It's awesome. So yeah, there we go. And then on Saturday was when all the fun stuff happened. So on, let's see, wait, I have to mark a lot of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're going to be using like all little things all the time. So I just need those 2 sheets really. Okay. All right, so I just did yellow. So the first thing I'm going to mark is red, and I'll use the patterned one so we can get into patterns. All right. So the first thing, and I think that's crooked, but whatever, I'm going to mark is that we did sleep in a little bit. And that was really nice just to be able to do that. The next thing I'll mark is that fun for me, I got my period. So I have this little sticker here from the bundle. I know that BearBunnyPlans makes those stickers. I just never buy them because why? Oh, now I remember what I was gonna do with this one. Shoot. Okay, my friend Sally had her baby this night. Okay, that's what it was. I don't know why I couldn't remember that, but that's what happened. Yay, Sally. Okay. All right, and then all right. Then I marked that we all had coffee together. My friend and I had lunch plans, but we did just all sit down and have coffee together, and so I just wanted to mark that because that was super fun. The next thing that I'll mark, while I haven't used any of these yet, is that we had this incredible, lovely little brunch at a restaurant called Kindred. We listened to some of Taylor Swift's new music, which I listened to in the car on the 3rd, and I you know, it was okay. I was interested, but wasn't like going crazy. I'm not like a huge Taylor Swift fan. I like her music, but I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm a Swiftie. I don't know everything about the lore and all that stuff. Like, it's just not my fandom. We did do a little bit of shopping in Davidson afterwards. We just kind of walked around. It very much looks like a Stars Hollow-y type town, which is kind of cool. So we did do that. And then we did also get coffee. So we went to this little coffee shop. We went to Main Street Books, which is why I used the books, and we did get a couple of bookish things. And then we went to get some coffee. And I can use a piratey sticker now for that. We did do a little coffee run. Okay. And now this next thing I'm marking really should be bigger because this was like why she came to Charlotte in the first place. So I'm going to use this. It's not like super big, but we went to the Charlotte Symphony Orchestra was showing Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, and then you could watch the score Played live by the Charlotte Symphony Orchestra, and it was so good. I had no idea how much of this soundtrack was the cello. Kudos to the cello. I feel like that's an instrument I wish I had learned to play in my youth, because I feel like that was just a really cool add-on there. And so then we went to Target afterwards and got some ingredients because we decided we wanted to have dinner at home and hang out, and it was just really, really fun. And we did do that. Now I need I'm gonna use this because I was gonna mark two things, but I think I'm going to not mark that. And put that there along with Up Late. We were just having a blast hanging out. And that was Saturday. Okay, so Sunday, first thing, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5 things, so we're going to use some bigger things. And we'll use some more rounded stickers because I haven't really used a lot of rounded stickers. Okay, the next thing that I will mark, I said I was going to use rounded stickers, and I'm not. Is that we had breakfast with Lynette, and that was lovely to just be able to hang with her, and I didn't want her to leave. I was so sad when she left. And I did drive her to the airport and drop her off, so I am going to mark that with like a bigger thing because, and actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that. Just move it down a little bit more and then do that just to make it more evenly spaced. I have this cute little car. I'm just going to write drive Lynette to airport. I'm obsessed with this pen, by the way. This is the Energel Plana pen. I love it. It has I think this is a 0.4 size nib. So it's really fine tip, and that's exactly what I need. So I drove my friend to the airport and I said goodbye. I was so sad when she left. I was, when I was a little girl, a friend of mine at the time, she's so funny. She called it Playdate letdown. And I think this is exactly what happens. Like you're with a friend, you're enjoying yourself, you're having a good time, and then your friend leaves and you're just sad because all that fun you were having like is gone. And so I definitely feel like it's called Playdate letdown. That's what she called it. And I'm like, that's exactly what that was. I had Playdate letdown when she left. Oh, and I did use the right color. Okay. So then the next thing that I will mark is that I'll use, what should I use? I'll use this to mark that I did binge watch some YouTube. I was just like I did some planning. I did a binge watch of something. I can't remember what I started watching. I think it was Pirates. I think I started watching the Pirates, the second Pirates movie, because I was like missing her and I wanted to sort of keep that up. And then I'll use this like rounded pirate thing. So the last thing that I marked is that I was in my feelings because now it's Sunday night and I miss my friend. And yeah, that's how I felt. So this is the full week. I'm just going to zoom out really quick because my phone is probably about to die. And here it is. This is the finished spread. I think she looks so piratey, so good. The best part about this is that I have enough stickers left over to do this entire kit again if I want to, with completely different art. So I do have, I have 2 tall boxes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 washi, and then I have another, it's here somewhere, another full box. So this is a whole kit right here. I could probably not even buy any extra labels and be just fine. And then I have some leftover gold, everything. But that is it. That is the final spread. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned for the next video. Bye.